Welcome to San Francisco. In this video, we're exploring the Contemporary Jewish Museum, a unique space where art, culture, history, and modern ideas come together. This museum is more than a place for exhibitions. It is a space for conversation, creativity, and connection. The Contemporary Jewish Museum is located at 736 Mission Street in the SoMa district of San Francisco, California. SoMa, which stands for South of Market, is one of the city's most active cultural and artistic areas. This neighborhood is filled with museums, galleries, parks, tech offices, and modern architecture, making it a perfect place for a museum that blends history with contemporary ideas. The museum sits very close to several major landmarks. It is just a short walk from the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, SFMOMA, Yerba Buena Gardens, the Museum of the African Diaspora Mode, and the Yerba Buena Center for the Arts. Because of this, the area is known as one of San Francisco's main cultural corridors, attracting tourists, students, artists, and families every day. The building that the museum occupies is also special. Before it became a museum, it was the Jessie Street Power Substation, built in the late 1800s and rebuilt after the 1906 earthquake. In 2008, the building was transformed into the Contemporary Jewish Museum that exists today. The redesign kept the historic brick walls of the original power station and added a modern blue steel structure, creating a powerful blend of old and new. This central location makes the museum easy to reach by public transportation, including BART and Muni. It is also surrounded by hotels, restaurants, cafes, and shopping areas, which makes it convenient for both locals and visitors. The museum officially opened in its current form in June 2008. Since then, it has become known not only for its exhibitions, but also for its unique architecture, educational programs, and cultural events. Its presence in the middle of San Francisco allows it to welcome people of all backgrounds, not just the Jewish community, and encourages conversations about art, identity, culture, and modern life. Even though the museum is temporarily closed for restructuring as of 2024, the building remains a landmark in downtown San Francisco and continues to symbolize creativity, diversity, and community engagement. The Contemporary Jewish Museum, often called CJM, was originally founded in 1984. At that time, it was a small cultural organization without a large permanent building. Its goal was to create a place where Jewish art, history, and ideas could be shared with the public in a modern and meaningful way. For many years, it operated in smaller gallery spaces around San Francisco. The big turning point came in the late 1990s and early 2000s, when the museum's leadership decided to create a larger, more permanent home in the heart of the city. They chose the historic Jessie Street Power Substation, a brick building that survived the famous 1906 San Francisco earthquake and fire. This building had once supplied power to the city's cable cars and streetlights. In 2003, architect Daniel Libeskind was selected to redesign the building. His task was to preserve the historical parts of the old substation while transforming it into a modern museum. Construction began soon after, and the new museum officially opened to the public. On June 8, 2008, the redesigned museum was much larger and more capable than before. It now had space for temporary exhibitions, community events, classrooms, performances, and public programs. The opening marked a new chapter for CJM, allowing it to become an important cultural institution both in San Francisco and beyond. From the beginning, the museum's mission has not only been to preserve Jewish history, but to connect it with modern life. This is why it focuses on contemporary art, storytelling, and questions about identity, culture, and community. Instead of being a traditional history museum, CJM became a place where the past and present could meet. Over the years, the museum has hosted exhibitions about Jewish artists, historical events, design, music, technology, and even pop culture. It has also worked with local schools, universities, artists, and cultural groups to make its programs open to people of all backgrounds. Today, even though the physical building is temporarily closed for restructuring, the museum's history continues to represent resilience, creativity, and the power of cultural connection. The Museum of Tomorrow is an architectural marvel designed by Spanish architect Santiago Cal. His signature style featuring organic shapes, fluid lines, and futuristic elements is clearly reflected in the museum's structure. The building resembles a giant white ship or a bird ready to take flight, symbolizing progress and humanity's journey into the future. The structure stretches 200 meters along the pier, with massive steel ribs and moving solar panels that adjust to the sun's position throughout the day. These wing-like structures are not only visually striking, but also serve an environmental purpose by generating clean energy. Large glass windows allow natural light to fill the interior, creating an open and airy atmosphere. The museum appears to float above a reflecting pool that surrounds the building. This pool helps cool the temperature naturally and acts as a mirror. beautifully reflecting the museum's image and the sky above. The design focuses on sustainability. The building uses natural ventilation, recycled water systems, and solar energy. Seawater from Guanabara Bay is used to help regulate indoor temperatures, reducing the reliance on air. Every part of the building reflects the themes of science, environment, and the future. The combination of futuristic aesthetics, environmental innovation, and symbolic elements makes the Museum of Tomorrow one of the most iconic buildings in modern architecture. The Museum of Tomorrow does not display traditional historical artifacts. Instead, it offers an immersive, science-based journey through time, space, and the future of humanity. Its exhibitions focus on big questions. Where did we come from? Who are we? Where are we now? Where are we heading? And how do we want to live tomorrow? The main exhibition is divided into 5 major areas. Cosmos: Origins of the Universe. Visitors enter a dark, dome-like theater where a 360-degree audio-visual projection shows the creation of the universe, from the Big Bang to the formation of galaxies, stars, and Earth life, and biodiversity. This section explores how life began and evolved. Interactive displays showcase the diversity of ecosystems, from oceans to forests, emphasizing the interconnectedness of all living beings. Anthropocene: Impact of Humans. This area focuses on how human activity has transformed the planet. Visitors see powerful visualizations of deforestation, pollution, climate change, and population growth. It is one of the most thought-provoking parts of the museum. Tomorrow: Possible Futures. Using futuristic technology, this section presents possible scenarios for humanity's future. Holograms, AI simulations, and data projections show how our choices in energy, biology, technology, and ethics will shape tomorrow's world. Us: A Collective Future. This final gallery encourages visitors to reflect on their role in creating the future. It highlights global cooperation, sustainability, innovation, and ethical responsibility. Interactive stations allow visitors to share their ideas and commitments for a better future. Throughout the museum, advanced technology such as holographic images, virtual reality, interactive screens, and audiovisual experiences are used to engage visitors. There are no static objects. Everything moves, changes, or reacts to human presence. The Contemporary Jewish Museum is one of San Francisco's most visually striking cultural buildings. It was designed by world-famous architect Daniel Libeskind, known for his sharp geometric designs and symbolic storytelling. Through architecture, the museum is a combination of old and new elements. The original structure was a 1907 Jessie Street power substation, built after the 1906 earthquake to restore power to the city. This historic brick building was preserved and now forms the base of the museum. Libeskind added a bold, modern extension, a giant blue steel, cube-like structure, tilted on its edge, intersecting with the brick building. This design creates a dramatic contrast between history and modernity. Symbolic meaning in the design. The geometric steel structure is inspired by the Hebrew letters chet and yud, which together spell the Hebrew word chai, meaning life. The tilted cube represents innovation, transformation, and the evolving nature of Jewish culture. The museum's exterior is covered in vibrant blue stainless steel panels that reflect light differently throughout the day, symbolizing adaptation and perspective. Interior layout. The museum features over 63,000 square feet of space. It includes the Yud Gallery, a diamond-shaped room with 36 unique windows that create a flood of natural light but no right angles. The Grand Lobby and Stephen and Maribel Levitt Yud Gallery are designed for exhibitions, performances, events, and interactive installations. The building's open design encourages movement and reflection, echoing the idea of storytelling, dialogue, and cultural exchange. Architectural awards. The CJM has received recognition for preserving historic architecture while blending it with bold contemporary design. It is now considered an architectural landmark in San Francisco's SoMa district. The Contemporary Jewish Museum does not operate like a traditional museum with a large permanent collection. Instead, it focuses mainly on rotating exhibitions that explore Jewish culture, history, art, and identity through modern perspectives. These exhibitions connect the past with the present and make Jewish stories relevant to people of all backgrounds. The museum hosts temporary exhibitions that change several times a year. These exhibitions cover a wide range of topics: Jewish artists, Holocaust memory, immigration, music, film, storytelling, identity, humor, and social justice. Examples of past exhibitions include Stan Lee, A Marvel of Imagination, Jim Henson Exhibition, Imagination Unlimited, and Levi Strauss, A History of American Style. Exhibits include paintings, photography, digital art, film, sound installations, sculpture, and interactive displays. Many exhibitions are designed to spark conversations about identity, diversity, ethics, and creativity. Unlike typical museums, the CJM has no large permanent display of artifacts. However, it does feature small ongoing displays and digital archives about Jewish traditions. holidays, and California's Jewish history. This approach allows the museum to stay fresh, dynamic, and open to new stories and artists. The museum includes hands-on learning areas for children and families, like the Zim Zoom Family Room, where kids can explore Jewish values through art and play. Special programs like Family Art Bash Sundays invite families to create art together inspired by current exhibitions. CJM often collaborates with other museums, artists, filmmakers, universities, and cultural institutions to present unique exhibitions and international projects. The Contemporary Jewish Museum is not just a place to view art, it is a space for learning, dialogue, and community engagement. The museum offers a wide range of educational programs for people of all ages, backgrounds, and beliefs. School and youth programs. The museum welcomes thousands of students each year for guided tours, workshops, and interactive art activities. Programs are designed for elementary, middle, high school, and college students. Educators are provided with teaching guides and curriculum materials that connect exhibitions to history, literature, ethics, and social studies. Family and children activities. CJM offers family-friendly events, such as Family Art Bash Sundays, holiday-themed workshops, and storytelling sessions. The Zim Zoom Family Room is a special space where children can create art, build structures, and learn about Jewish culture through play, public events, and cultural programs. The museum hosts lectures, film screenings, concerts, artist talks, and panel discussions. Themes often include Jewish music, cinema, poetry, social justice, immigration, and contemporary art. Popular annual events include Jewish Film Festival partnerships, Hanukkah celebrations, and Passover storytelling events. Art and creativity workshops. Visitors can join hands-on art-making sessions led by professional artists and educators. These workshops encourage creativity and invite people to express their own stories through painting, sculpture, photography, and digital media. Inclusion and community focus. CJM is a welcoming space for people of all cultures and religions. Programs are inclusive of LGBTQ communities, interfaith families, and diverse cultural backgrounds. Many events are free or low cost to ensure accessibility. Digital and online learning. The museum provides virtual tours, online exhibitions, digital archives, and educational videos. Teachers and students can access resources through the museum's website, expanding learning beyond the physical building. The Contemporary Jewish Museum does not focus on building a large permanent collection. Instead, it showcases rotating exhibitions featuring both Jewish and non-Jewish artists, whose work explores themes like identity, memory, tradition, innovation, immigration, and social justice. The museum has highlighted artists such as Marc Chagall, Deborah Kass, Ruth Asawa, and Charlotte Salomon, along with contemporary creators like Mika Rottenberg and Sanaz Mazin. While it holds a few historical items and digital archives related to Jewish life in California, its main strength lies in supporting new voices, experimental art forms, and multimedia installations. Through these constantly changing exhibitions, the museum stays dynamic, allowing each visit to offer fresh stories, perspectives, and artistic expressions connected to Jewish culture and modern life. The Contemporary Jewish Museum does not keep a large permanent collection. Instead, it focuses on rotating exhibitions that feature both Jewish and non-Jewish artists who explore themes like identity, memory, history, and culture. Artists such as Marc Chagall, Deborah Kass, and Ruth Asawa have been featured, along with modern creators using digital art, film, and interactive media. The museum also preserves small archives about Jewish life in California. By showcasing new voices and changing exhibits, the museum stays fresh, creative, and relevant to today's world. Visiting the Contemporary Jewish Museum offers a welcoming and comfortable experience for all visitors. The museum has a bright and modern lobby, friendly staff, a cafe with Jewish-inspired snacks, and a gift shop selling books, art, and Judaica items. It is fully accessible with elevators, ramps, audio guides, and assistive services for people with disabilities. Guests can join guided tours or explore on their own using self-guided audio tours. Located in the SoMa district near SoMa and Yerba Buena Gardens, it is easy to reach by public transport. Photography is allowed in most areas, and visitors are encouraged to share their experience on social media. The Contemporary Jewish Museum has become an important cultural landmark in San Francisco, known for its unique architecture, creative exhibitions, and role in promoting dialogue between different cultures. It has received praise for its modern design by Daniel Libeskind and its innovative programs that combine art, history, and education. The museum supports emerging artists, encourages discussions about identity, memory, and social issues, and helps preserve Jewish culture in a modern way. It attracts visitors from around the world, contributes to local tourism, and is recognized as a place where tradition and contemporary ideas come together. The Contemporary Jewish Museum in San Francisco is a place where history, art, and modern culture meet. With its striking architecture, rotating exhibitions, and focus on creativity and learning. The museum shows that Jewish culture is living, evolving, and open to everyone. Instead of being a traditional museum, it serves as a space for storytelling, reflection, and community. Visitors leave with a deeper understanding of identity, diversity, and the power of art to connect people. It is not just a museum, it is a place that inspires conversation, curiosity, and new ways of seeing the world.